Dude, I'm doing a special one today. I know we've been just cranking coaching content. I'm gonna mix it up. Shouts out to Midbeast, the homie. I'm not about to hear a bunch of comments about, oh, you ripping off Midbeast. Midbeast is the only person to do a VOD review of Bjerg, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We're trying different things out. We're gonna VOD review Bjerg, who came back, or is coming back next year to TSM. Now, for the record, I want to preface this. I am not I don't give a crap, really, about pro play, in the sense that I don't really watch the games or analyze them too closely. I'm a Soloq coach. However, because this is such a hot topic, with this guy coming back in, who has been a dominant mid laner in the LCS, all opinions of LCS aside, this is the dude that seems to always come out on top. Very good mid laner. He's coming back to NALCS. Likely next year. Well, technically, he's coming back to pro play next year. We assume NA. And with that, he started to train in Soloq again. Personally, I got a soft spot for this because the guy went to be a coach for his team. And I imagine he had many moments of, I could do this. I could do this better than these guys. Put me back in. So he decided that he was going to go back in. But I did want to just say, if you guys like these videos of me watching pros or high elo players in Soloq from time to time, let me know. I'm going to be basically providing my insight, and hopefully you guys can see a little different perspective. And this is why I say, I don't analyze pro play very often, but I do know a thing or two about Soloq play. So I thought this would be fun for me to spectate a game. And again, comments, no peeping Timos. No peeping Timos, please. If you like the video, don't just peep the content and not follow and not like it. All right? Get these peeping Timos out of the bushes, guys. All right? So, without further ado, Bjergsen on Zoe versus, this is a Yone matchup. He's got the Darius top, the Rengar jungle. Not gonna lie, the Yone matchup, I would argue that Zoe has a huge advantage early on, as she usually does. All melee matchups hate to see Zoe, so I assume, you know, just for the purposes of discussion, let me back up a smidge here. Who picked into who? So it looks like Bjerg actually got picked into, which is hilarious, because I don't like these melee matchups at all. You guys know that Tryndamere mid is the hot topic right now and is likely to show up at Worlds. But like, I am not a fan of the Zoe matchup for melee mids. I think it's one of the most atrocious matchups that you could run into. And every time I play Tryndamere mid versus anybody on Zoe who looks like they're worth a damn, it's actually very, honestly, it's probably the matchup with melees that I see people get, myself included, see people get solo killed the most. So I suspect on this first push, telling you. I suspect in this first push that there's about to be a solo kill opportunity, and what happens. And yes, I have not seen this game, but this is what I'm talking about. Like, these solo queue moments, like, I have been in so many of these, and the Zoe's the one that I die the most to. So he gets the Yone's flash, and Yone just early backs. And Bjerg's likely, I don't even know if he's gonna recall here. He does recall. Recall could be a little questionable here, actually. It can feel good to recall, like, oh, I pushed him out and recall. But with Scuttle spawning, you might not be in position to get there fast enough. It looks like Doubtful's not even going to go for Scuttle with that push out. And he's just going to take chickens, and then he's going to go down to bot side crab. But that's always one thing that I fear when I play mid, is like, if I back after I push somebody out. Yeah, right there. So the Nunu shows up. Never mind. The Nunu shows up. And now, even though he pushes out the Yone, they still are going to lose crab. Nunu is such an atrocious champion for crab control early on. These are the types of moments where I wonder if it's actually optimal to stay in lane and act as like a zone to the Nunu. If backing for the Doran's ring is like obviously it feels good to base. But I almost feel like anytime you base after those types of like early trade, because Bjerg had like full health, near full mana. And so I wonder sometimes if it's better to just stay out there and just be like, ah, he reset, whatever, and just play it out from that spot, as opposed to just lose crabs. So now Yone on offense, but he did lose quite a bit of XP on the first base. And so now it's a matter of, you know, can we find an opportunity to kill this guy? And Bjerg's just gonna elect to freeze here, because what the hell can Yone do about it? There's really not much that he can do. And Yone's like, man, I gotta shove. Like, I gotta get out of this position. We've got a ton of corrupting pots behind. Biscuits. Got two corrupting pots in the chute. Man, I gotta say this matchup is just atrocious. I need to learn Zoe, man, for just melee mids. This matchup is horrible. So he's probably gonna just shove in this spot. I mean, freezing, you can't really get any value out of it there. He doesn't want to sit around with this kind of health and mana. It's not very valuable. He's also thinking, maybe I can just kill this guy under tower because I've got Ignite coming. Yeah, that is what he's thinking. He sees that he has Ignite coming soon. He's really hungry for the kill. He's flashing around like a psychopath and gets the kill. He's thinking about shoving, whether or not to stay or go. He elects to base. I guess the wave did go under tower. I thought for a second it was getting hung up in front of tower, but it did not. It went under tower, so yeah, his back is fine. Yeah. Dude, it's so funny, man. It's funny to see somebody who's been playing for so long just kind of show how this matchup is done. Like, just very good skill shot control. Obviously autoing the whole way through. Never letting the Yone get the push under tower completely. And then just goes for like the checkmate all in. And it's just like I said, man. This matchup is terrible. So blue is on a roll right from the jump. Got bot winning, it looks like. Got mid winning, it looks like. The Wukong versus Darius matchup is pretty sus. Very Wukong favored. But Wukong goes down as well. And yeah, I mean, at this point, is this going to be a real game? Is this even going to be a game, or is this going to be a slaughter fest? If this is a stomp, then we just blame editor for giving me this game. Or is it going to be a throw? So Bjerg, in order to hold this position, has to trim the wave a bit more. It's a lot of red side creeps. Yone's figuring it out. He's going for the shove. He's trying to get the wave under tower. Bjerg's trying to keep it here. He could have liked to freeze. He's got a lot of corrupting pots. Decides, no, I'm not going to do that. I'd rather push out here. I find it interesting that he doesn't try to freeze in this spot. But again, I'm not really a Zoe expert for mid lane. I'm not really sure what he's thinking there. He isn't very afraid of this all-in. Looking for solo kill opportunity at 7. Well, maybe this was the idea. Trying to find an opening at 7 for an all-in. Doesn't quite get anything done here. With Nunu showing up. I've never heard of the name Platonic Simp before. Never seen this guy in solo queue. And yeah, there's the Wukong match up top. Always just... If you play Darius, like, basically, if you want a counter to beat Darius, Wukong with Ignite, just terrible. Just a terrible lane. Trying to find some nice damage on the Nunu. Able to get a big sleep Q combo. Is he gonna back on the small wave, I wonder? Decides, yes, he is. Goes for the base timing. Pings that he's by himself. Says, Rengar, watch out, homie. Yone doesn't seem to give a crap. Doubtful forced to flash. And Chinese Rengar is on a killing spree. Is this game really a game? That's what I'm thinking right now. Is it really a game? Is blue capable of throwing free? I guess Wukong is going to be a bit of a problem. One of the things that I find with Zoe too is that she's a champion that is, while very lane dominant, I think what's really going to separate someone like this from, say, like a random solo queue player is when you really drill down into it, like after lane phase ends, I always find these guys screw up with Zoe, like the random solo queue players, like screw up with Zoe. But he's kind of regarded as one of the better Zoes around. So I find it very, very difficult. I would be surprised if he doesn't play it exceptionally well. Looking for somebody stuck in between the outer towers. Really hungry for this pick between the towers here. Is looking for it while the wave's in the position that it's in. He had a bit of an awkward roam timing, misses a small wave, but the small wave risk, he figures if he could bust open bot lane, he's not going to lose that much value because Yone, while he does get the small wave advantage, you can see Bjerg still has the XP lead. So it's not like there's any big loss there. He could have potentially busted open the entire game through bot side. So trying to find a sneaky pick off to take charge of the game. Really nice combo. Sleeping Yone under the tower. Kind of a compromising position, but Nunu does show bottom. He's going to be pathing his way up to mid, so we'll see how we respond to this. We do have flash soon. Trying to get this push. And Nunu's getting zoned off as well. Darius is feeding, so that's probably how this game becomes live. A Wukong problem for Zoe. That's a tricky one. It's a tricky one to navigate. You know, and this is going to sound like I'm flaming Bjerg, but I have never actually seen his games. Ooh, very good all in here. Coming down. Might get solo killed. Oh, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck? Seemed like a bit of a mess. I feel like it's a bit of a luck involved there. Very, very close for Yone. Almost gets the solo kill. And I mean, there you go. In terms of the comeback possibilities here. Like, yes, Yone struggles early on to get through the lane phase. But did you guys see how quickly we could almost throw? And that, you know, that's with somebody who knows how to pilot this champion. You could very easily just get out of line one time. Yone just uses his E, R, tries to combo all in, and then if you just take a little bit too much damage too quickly, you won't even be able to get out. He almost gets taken down. He's gonna have to shove mid here. He's probably looking top and thinking, man, this Wukong's getting out of control. I haven't even commented on this Jace bot lane. I've been so focused on top side in the jungle matchup. I can't even believe this is a thing. But there is a Jace bot lane. And it's doing well. You should take notes, man. You get plugged into bot lane, just play some Jace. Have some fun with some full damage. Looks like a grand old time. And while we're floating here, how's he doing in solo queue right now? You know, at the moment, playing in Master and Grandmaster. Not a crazy win rate or anything right now. I don't know how many accounts he plays on, though. I don't track it. Someone in the comments, one of the non-PPT modes, can certainly fill me in. My understanding, from what I've heard, is that he plays more solo queue than all of TSM. Like, he still plays. Interesting pick attempt. He's in a really tough position. The sides he's going to follow. Can't really shove fast. Got the Wukong. This is where he goes. This game is going to be a problem, son. Finds the pick on the Nunu. Gets out. Yone jumps in. Decides he doesn't want to die. Flashes out. Yone in a really tough spot here. Yeah, he's donezo. Lots of swag happening here. Able to flash over the wall. Continue the exchange. It's funny how he skips over the Yone kill and tries to get more. This is the type of stuff. This is the type of stuff that separates like really skillful players from players that are just average. A lot of people would just tunnel on that Yone kill. They'd be like, oh, well, Yone's low. I'm just going to take this kill. But finds an extra unique opportunity to play over the wall in deeper territory, the red side jungle, and pick up more gold and more of an advantage. Transitioning now into a side lane. Right, I talk about this a lot with my mid lane coaches or coachings, where after the lane phase ends, it doesn't matter. Even if you're a Zoe, if you're rocking a game, you should be side laning more. You shouldn't just be coexisting in the game. You should be trying to work the map. Looking for the Sona pick right now. Almost able to get something done, but Varus with the smart zone says, no, please. Not my support, please. Putting a lot of 1v2 pressure here on the bot lane. Really cheeky stuff. Gets hung up by the Varus ult. This was something that he was very aware of momentarily. Like literally 30 seconds ago, he was super aware that it was possible he could get engaged on. Gets out of line without a cleanse. Gets out of line without a flash and gets taken down. It's a really bad time to get picked off in a side lane. Really bad time. Rengar goes down. Honestly, this would be one of those moments where, if I'm being real, despite how well he's played the early, dying in this spot actually really sucks. Like, really not a good time to die. Because you give a lot of gold to people that really need it right now, and you give a lot of space. Also with Zoe, you don't have good side laning, in my opinion. Side lane is tough with Zoe. And you can see why. One false move and you get picked off right away. So just an uncharacteristic slip up there. It's a little too out of line. A little too limit testy. Wukong having a field day with top lane. Very, very strong. Just shoving mid. Getting towards ARAM territory. Blue side squaring up to siege bot lane. Gives away the red tower, it looks like. The Nunu. Now it's going to be a contest for blue quadrant. Red side, blue quadrant. Who can we pick? So finds the Yone, tries to go for the one shot. Gets the ignite down. Is trying to hit a lot of damage. Does open strong. Doesn't want Yone to feel too comfortable jumping in. Wukong, a very fed Wukong. And now we've got a hell of a team fight going down. Wukong finding lots of damage. Yone jumping in. And this is just a comp gap right here happening. You got Bruisers. You got Wukong with a Divine Sunderer and a heck of a lead. And he is just zoning. And it's going to be this is definitely Infernal Drake for red. There's not much you can do about it. Eric's trying to poke, though. It's kind of strange to even bother finding picks here. I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of this. But they do find the Sona. It's starting to get pretty crazy for red. They will get the dragon, but not without losing a couple. And Jace goes down as well. So trying to snag a little extra gold during the dragon fight. We do get it. I suppose this play makes a lot of sense with Zoe. I mean, after all, he's not playing Tryndamere mid, right? If you play Zoe, you're looking for picks on those objectives. People come off of the objectives to fuck around with a poke champ. You kite them out. You deal damage. And also, the team that's in the dragon pit can feel pressured to step out because if they just park in the dragon pit, they just eat a boatload of poke over and over. A metric poop ton of poke. Talking about healing reduction in his chat. Need healing reduction. He's not wrong. And Wukong is battling for this Rengar pick. And Rengar is strong. He's a big boy looking for the pick. Doesn't get it on the Nunu. Darius on the side lane. And now we're doing a little Arab. That is an all random, all bot. That is not a jab at my Middle Eastern viewers. Just what it is. They're all bottom. And they're doing a lot of work. They're trying to siege bottom. Not really getting much value yet, though. We're trying to stop the backs. No towers for red team. So, despite the fact that red is winning some of these team fights, they have not been able to take any objectives. And now, because of that, we're in a situation where the game continues on. It starts to drag a little bit. Now, if I'm being honest, if the game drags, I think not only does red start to stack up these dragons, they'll likely get, they'll probably get a soul point threat here because they have the Nunu. The game's actually on a bit of a timer, I think. I would argue that Red's got the better team fight too. The Jace bot, not exactly notorious for its killer late game. I haven't seen spoilers for how this game ends. I don't know who winds up winning. But yeah, like this would be one of those games where if I had to place a bet right now, I would bet on Red. I would bet on Red purely because of the... Now, this is NA. Assuming that everybody plays right, I would bet on Red. Because Red is able to win these team fights. Red has better access to side lanes. Oh, this is Varus, though, is... This Varus, though. What is he doing? Okay, so the Varus... That would be an NA way to make this game... go in favor of blue. That would definitely be the way. Cutting in front of a Zoe as a immobile ADC would definitely be the way to punt this game. So now we unlock the Baron. So funny, man. Red was in a good position to just chill and wave clear. Just chill and wait. Let the game breathe for a minute. Wukong's mad and said, you're going to do Baron? I'm going to try to all in this Jace. That doesn't find the all in. And there's the Baron. Looking for more money here. Tries to find the pick. Does land the sleep. It's a big sad if you're a Doubtful fan. It goes down. And here's the Wukong TP. He's trying to find some value. Wukong forced to go in. An awkward timing to go in. And honestly, Red is falling apart. Falling apart here. Forcing awkward fight after awkward fight. After the Baron was already taken. Now the mountain is up for contest. Red with a tragic throw. And in the comments, what do you think? Is it more of a Bjerg carry or a Varus throw? I personally think it's a Varus throw. There was nothing insane about this pickoff. It was purely just Varus having a... Oh my... It's so hard to watch. Yeah. And just like that, one player getting out of line over and over again. Jace goes down too. Right before Drake spawns. Bjerg backing on a ward. Doesn't really result in anything. Bjerg gets tired of asking his teammates to build heal reduct. Builds it himself. Builds it himself. Says, I'm doing it myself. Screw all y'all. Trying to find some well-needed... Oh, and that's a one-shot. That's a dead Sona. This game is out of control. It was all the Baron. This game is out of control. There's nothing they can do. Bot lane is just incapable of rotating to things without just getting picked off for free. And now we're looking for more money. Are we going to find it? No, unlucky. Using the W flash to fast push. That's what you like to see as a macro guy. Pinging for bot tower. Wants the second outer. Or I guess it's the tier 2 on bot. It's the last outer. The last of the outers. The last of the outers. Sounds like something you say like during a Truth or Dare game. Like strip poker or something. So, Red is trying to defend. They see Darius's mid, so they're squaring up to engage. Blue figures it out, backs off. Varus backs in the jungle. And now we're back to siege again and again and again and again. We're trying to find some goofy sleeps over walls. Combo's kind of janky here. Doesn't get the sleep off. I believe that's what happened. And Nunu is mad, trying to find a hard engage while Darius is split. Red's got to make a choice. Either they need to engage or they need to phone it in. And Wukong's mad. Goes for the engage. Janna with the reset. Wukong with the flash. The second R. The second R comes out. Bjerg's doing his best to kite. Yone does get one kill. Bjerg gets the Wukong. Nunu gets the Janna. Rengar forced to ult. Darius goes down as well. What the hell happened to the Darius? Oh, they traded out in mid. Just like that. just like that, a goofy moment in League of Legends where the throws come back again. Bjerg holding onto the D-ring. Definitely feel like we would be selling D-ring for a blasting wand here. Seems like a very bizarre choice. I'm a bit of a hater in this one. Seems like a huge waste of an opportunity here. Zapping blue buffs left and right. Coming back to Siege again. Getting that A-rat, or I guess A-rat. No, it's not top, it's mid. It's the A-ram. Trying to find picks where we can. See if Varus or Sona want to give the game away some more. I mean, really, Red was in a powerful position before that Baron, and now they're stuck in their base, turtled up, chilling out. Really cool find on the Sona. Love that harass. Reads that Sona wants to ward, peeks out with the R and lands some big damage. Pretty low impact damage though versus Sona, but still cool. Ooh, and here comes some mean Nunu and goes right to the back line. Yone in tow, but Bjerg has plenty of time to space out. And now, Wukong doing his best in the front line of frontline war. And they just roll too deep. And Red just threw too many times. And unable to pick off the Bjerg. Jace running in at Mach 10. He's a mad man. That looks like a GG. You know, I'm not gonna lie. This one, what did you guys think? I think this is a pretty good demo of Bjerg showing some real good control on a champion that is very, very difficult. I mean, I haven't been giving him a ton of credit on this. It sounds like it sounds like I'm lukewarm about it. I'm really not. I think it's an impressively played game. I do think, however, it could have been a much more exciting contest. You know, it had some pathing choices from the Varus went a little differently. There was a spot right in the middle of the game where the game was getting tight. And then Varus just said, nah, this is NA. This is NA. I don't need to be here. But, I mean, Bjerg has great control of the champion that I kept telling myself I was eventually going to try to learn. This champion is very, very difficult. The first time I played her, and I love poke champs. First time I played her, I was like, I don't even know what's going on with this chick. But he showcases exceptional control with the spacing, understands very clearly how to get picks, how to get vision, how to find sleeps, how to win a lane. Let's be honest, this lane is very, very, very Zoe favored. Like I said, of all the stuff that solo killed me in high elo with like Tryndamere mid, Zoe has to be like rank 1. This champion is obnoxious to deal with early levels. It feels like there's nothing you can do to stop her from threatening solo kill on you. Christ, it's almost as bad as like Tristana, probably a little worse than like Lucian and Tristana. But yeah, what did you guys think? Did you like my commentary? Do you think I suck? Did you want to see more of these again? Do you want to see me commentate games like this? Let us know. We're trying different things on the channel other than just coaching all the time. So do not be a peeping Timo. Let your voice be heard. Let your likes be liked and keep supporting the channel. Also, you can go to bootcamp.lol, sign up for bootcamp, or just check out our bootcamp stuff, discord.gg/bootcamp. That's it for the ads for the day. I hope you guys like this. And yeah, what a stomp. All right, I gotta go. Peace. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.